Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I'm a professional intuitive empath, and I want to get right into the video at hand. We are going to do a Valentine's Day edition. My angels challenged me to get out the 5 love languages tonight. So these are going to be quick little bites of food. You guys know I'm a long format kind of gal, but these are going to be quick little bites of food for you so that you can help your Galentine's pal or your lover or your friend or your mother, whomever you're connecting with this Valentine's Day, speak in the love language and say the things that they need to have said or say and feel the things they need to feel. Now, the 5 primary love languages are acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, and physical touch. So we will get into them. And right now we're going to cover quality time. So here's a little quick cheat guide, a little what do you call it, cliff notes if you will, on how to connect with someone if quality time is their primary love language. Now what I will tell you is that we cocktail our love languages. We don't just have one. We will have a primary and then a secondary and then a third, and maybe we will get to all 3 or 4 or 5 in the list, but there are usually a top 3, and that's the way that we exist. So in order to have a great relationship with someone, you have to connect with their primary love language, and we all don't have the same. It is wonderful when you connect with someone who has the same and speaks the same language as you, but if not, then you need to figure out how you can too connect with the person that God has given you, whether it's a lover, a friend, a mother, a bestie, whatever. We all have love languages in all of our interpersonal relationships. So let's get into it. If someone is love language is quality time, one of the ways that you can do, or something that you can try, is to have a quality and deeper conversation. So maybe getting one of those books that really stimulate conversation if you are not used to figuring out what to say, and really having a deep connection with somebody where you feels like you have, one of those moments where you guys talk all night. Not everybody can do that, especially if words of affirmation aren't their primary love language. And I know that can be a little bit confusing, but that connection of someone investing time to figure out who they are and how they tick and what they like makes them feel seen and loved. The next thing you can try is schedule a date. People that like quality time are the people that are not going to be late to a date. They're going to be early, and they're not going to be late to an appointment or to an interview either. People that value quality time and have it as their primary love language utilize time as a currency, and it says, how much do you love me? So someone that schedules a date and goes out of the way to plan something fun makes the person that has a quality time as their love language feel like they're the one. You're the one that I dream about all day. Little Rihanna. Quality time comes into play when we even schedule something as simple as a date. Now, is it time with your bestie? For me, you guys have heard me talk about on this channel, coffee, morning coffee with my bestie is such an important thing. It can't happen every single day because we're both busy, but we do sometimes schedule that out, or we schedule time to talk in the evening, depending on what our schedules look like. But we plan for each other in the day because we love each other. And that's the way that we say, I just call to say I love you. Even though our primary love languages are different, that quality time matters to both of us, and we schedule it in. So think about that. Schedule in with your lover, schedule in with your mom, schedule in with your friend, schedule in with your dad, schedule in with a cousin. If you care about them and their primary love language is quality time, then make it a point to schedule time with them, and they will think that you are the bee's knees. Next, doing a chore or a task with them. A book I will recommend, the Adventure Books, has a whole series. And so there's one of date night menus and dinners, and if you do something with somebody, you are bonding and you're building serotonin and you're figuring out things. Escape rooms are a fun thing to do with someone who enjoys quality time because it's an activity you can do together, and those are all over the country. It is a pandemic. I don't know what the rules are. Check into your local escape room, but that's something that you can do for someone that likes quality time. They would be the type for a family event to book an escape room. So if you do a chore with them together, like, okay, we're going to do the laundry, or I'm going to do the dishes. We've all seen that scene in the movies, and we've seen that maybe play out in our own lives where the husband and wife are there doing the dishes, or the wife and wife, or the husband and husband. We do not discriminate here. It's all inclusive. But whomever you are on this Valentine's Day, that is a very quality time kind of way to say to your partner, I love them, if that's their primary love language, for them to wash and you to dry, or vice versa. Folding, washing, carrying, doing, vacuuming, mopping, sweeping. If it's not necessarily the most fun thing that you can do, if you share it, that person will feel valued. And that's what we do when we speak someone's primary love language, is we show them value. I see you. I may not speak the same language as you, but I value enough to try this. That is an important love language. Surprising them with a lunch date. Quality time people like people that put in thoughts and surprises and do little scavenger hunts and events and things like that, because it makes them feel thought of, and it makes them feel like, wow, you spent time, putting in energy to come up with something and create a special moment for me. And it's one of the things that makes them feel absolutely validated. The next thing you can try is asking them connection questions. Again, I have recommendations about this on Amazon. There is a litany of books of things where you can connect with someone. There's one of my favorite ones, A Year of Us, I think it's called, and I utilize it with people that I love, and I connect with them. I don't always have to tell them like this is how I'm connecting with you, but it's something that I do because I make sure that I want to know who the person that I care about is, even if it's not something that I would naturally generate myself. Not all of us come up with just an infinite idea or fount of ideas. So find a resource that helps you to connect with someone, even if it's corny, even if you have to ask one question. There are calendars that do it. There are all kinds of various tools that you can use as resources. But connecting with them with a personal question will be something. And even if it's not that personal, like what's your favorite cheese? Like or asking your husband that you might have been married to for 5 years, like, hey, now, is it Swiss or is it Emmenthaler? Like, what's your thing? What's your jam, babe? And even though you may know the answer, you might be surprised because we're always evolving and changing. So a little question like that for someone that you love, whether it's an intimate partner or if it's just a platonic friend or if it's a family member, that makes them feel, especially if quality time is their primary love language, that you're invested in them. Okay. And the last thing is sharing and listening intently. So quality time people do not like people that are multitasking. So quality time people are the people that want the phone down at dinner. They want to know that you're paying attention to them. They want to know, like I saw something really recently in Australia where they take 10% off your dinner if you lock your phone in the cage, like, and they showed 3 teenage girls looking like they were going to die. And the dad and the mom are like so happy because they're saving 10% on their dinner. But it's a way for them to try to engender a thing that we all kind of grew up with. I did anyway, where we sat at dinner and entertain each other. Me and my brother put on talent shows all the time. For my mother, it was a time where we connected. Dishes were done by me. Slavery, hashtag slavery. All of us know that for childhood. The kitchen was completely wiped and mopped down. It's where we learned how to be around our family, people that like quality time, and that's one of my mom's primary love languages. She likes to spend time. She wants to be around you, so she enjoyed that. So it was something that we did do. I just thought it was natural, but we've lost that art with all of us in our phones, right? So if you go to dinner with someone, you have a lunch date with a bestie or a mom or somebody that likes quality time, put your phone down and actually have a conversation with them and engage with them. It's not so much at words of affirmation. We're not like twisting what their love language is, but what they want is to know that you're looking into their eyes and that you're actually listening. Active listening is what it's called. There are lots of YouTube videos up here and resources about that. So active listening is where it's at for someone with quality time. Put your phone down. Don't be scrolling and talking to them. That thing that we all see the Kardashians do, and it's funny. I don't actually watch the Kardashians, but I watch TikTok, and on TikTok they're always there's a girl, I can't think of her name, who does parodies of the Kardashians, and what it is literally her being as banal as possible with a monotone voice, and she's scrolling through her phone the whole time she's doing the interaction between the sisters. She plays all of the sisters, so she'll be like, Court, yeah, and I'm like, you can't see me, but I'm like swiping my hand as a phone. Yeah, Court, what, Chloe, what, like that. And they're never looking at each other and they're never engaged. They're always in their phone for days and days. That would drive somebody who has quality time as a primary love language insane. So if you know that someone has that, do them a favor, put down your phone and connect to their brain. They will never, ever know how to thank you enough, because in this day and age especially, it seems to be so tough and it's not something that we do anymore. Anyway, those are my quick tips for you to survive your Valentine's Day. Do a little quality time with people. Nope, you didn't miss me. Hey, Just Theory. And I saw you over on Rodney's channel too, Just Theory. And I left a message for you. I was like, I knew I loved you, girl. Ally through and through. Anyway, it was on the story he was talking about with the basketball player and the coach, who was wearing that really beautiful set of pants. Girl, if I had that shape, I would be in those pants and those heels every day. That girl was like blowing me away. She looks absolutely classy and gorgeous. People are haters. Anyway, for those of you that, I love Rodney too. He's fantastic. For those of you guys that are wondering, Rodney's one of his primary love languages. He's a YouTuber here. Is words of affirmation. He is a talker. He has the most beautiful teeth, the most beautiful smile, and he is so funny. And he just does pop culture stuff and reviews and everything else. But I so enjoy Rodney. Anyway, Jess Theory and I parasocially found each other. We were out in these YouTube streets and we ran into each other earlier today. I know her from this channel, but it was so cool to see her being an ally and an advocate on another channel that I support. And it was just happenstance. And that's the magic of kindred spirits and quality time spent. So we were spending some quality time with one of our favorite YouTubers and we ran into each other. It was kind of cool. Anyway, for you guys that love quality time, it is so important to make sure that you make the person that who loves quality time shine by letting them see your beautiful face, by engaging them with behavior that shows grace and putting down your phone. That is the way that you say, I love you. And they will never want you to leave their home or their life or their heart. Quality time is where we not grow apart, but we actually come together. All right, so good to share some energy with you. And yes, the singing is good too. Jess, sending you back love as well. And I'm going to do another one, so I'll see you in the next live, hopefully, Jess. All right, guys, come back and join me next time, and we will continue to evolve together.